What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Legacies of Mythos, Otho. So now, this is a figure that everybody has been wanting for a long time if you're into the Four Horsemen studios, like Mythic Legions, that sort of thing. This is one of those characters that was really hard to find if you weren't here in the very beginning, which I was not there in the very beginning, which I'm also kind of glad about in a way. I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, this is part of a new, I don't want to say a new line, but it is a new line, subline. It's not really a subline. It's a way of getting like updated characters. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. I think you're going to be able to see introduce a lot more people through this line and then update some of the older ones into the newer style, like newer range of motion, articulation, that sort of thing, which is really cool. They get extra treatment. And this Otho was a great way to get it started. I think he was definitely a highly anticipated figure. I think maybe he got overshadowed a little bit because I think when he was announced, Bather, the dragon, was announced also, and that kind of takes away from it just a little bit. Nothing wrong with it, but I mean, that's a massive dragon. So, but I have never forgotten about this guy, and I just couldn't wait to see about it. See him get out there and get it in hand, see what they did for him. So this is that new style packaging for, I guess maybe it's going to be for every figure in this line, which looks a little more premium. It's a bigger, it's not like that friendly or the regular Legions where you slide out the back card and then you have everything exposed. This reminds me more of like Cosmic style and some of their exclusive styles. So yeah, you got this nice box again, Legacies. Got his name, got the window, see him, accessories. Got the side artwork, it belongs to the army. You can see the emblem, which I can't wait to get him. You get the story on the back, which is, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I have mixed feelings about it. Not bad. I don't know. I feel like I've seen the story before where like the older brother who was supposed to um, inherit the throne disappears or something. Younger brother takes it up. Things don't work out for him, and I don't like that. That dude left abandoned, and I wish the story works out great for Attila because I think he is awesome, and I would love to see him stick around and get even updated himself. He needs to be updated. But yeah, Otho, let's get him open and check him out. All right, so here's Otho outside of the packaging, and he looks awesome. If you watch any of my other videos, you know I'm a big knights guy when it comes to mythics, and it's going to be awesome messing with this guy, maybe even army building him, that sort of thing. I'm like a bunch of ideas are running through my head right now, which is crazy. But yeah, initial thoughts is he is pretty amazing. But I'll slide him to the side so we can check out some of the accessories he comes with. So he comes with just a few things. We've got a couple of hands. He's got kind of like these grippy hands, grabby hands, which I do like. They look good. Great for expressions. And then you get a couple of like grasping hands. Nice silver on them. Nice sculpt. But you've got the same hands. They just have either a horizontal hinge or a vertical hinge. But you got that nice silver, and you got these little spots of gold on there, which is like a really small detail to add to it, but it looks really good. And that's for all of them. He comes with 2 swords, a long sword, which the details, the paint looks really good on it. I love that blue, that color blue. The silver, the gold, then you got even lighter blue there, the jewels. Looks good. I like this sword a lot. I wonder, I think maybe this is a new sword. This is pretty different. And then on the end, you got this nice little ornament. Lion's head. Really cool. I like that a lot, man. That's really, really cool. Then you get, I think this is probably like a standard sword that we've seen before. Even it looks a little different. Really skinny. Yeah, I'd have to show, or yeah, bring up a different sword to see. But that looks a little different. Nice handle, nice paint. Looks good. The other one I think has a little bit more detail on it. So this is probably something that I would leave on him. Maybe his main sword because it looks a little more special. Comes with a couple of shoulder pauldrons. We've seen these with some of the newer knights that have been coming out. But nice silver with the gold trim. You got this awesome looking axe here. This thing is beautiful, man. I love the blue that they used in here. It's different from the other blues. And really, really cool. I think it's more, yeah, it's more of a blue that matches the jewel. Yeah, it just really stands out. I think this thing is awesome. Looks very, very awesome. I love this. Yeah, look at the detailing in there, the sculpting, the colors all the way through. Man, the paint apps bring out so much in these guys. You get the shield, nice silver and gold. Nice emblem there. And I believe you can punch this out and add this piece here so that you can make it just a plain one and kind of use it for other characters or do what you want to do. Maybe you don't want that on there. Maybe it doesn't fit your story. Maybe he's left. But then you get this one handle, pegs in right there. And then that's how he will hold that shield. But yeah, so far, really, really cool. I'm not going to force that on too crazy. Just going to have to warm that up, but that's good enough. Looks cool. That looks really good. The paint is really nice. That's not like a solid gold. There's also like some darker like gold in there. Kind of helps bring out the depth, I believe. Man, that looks good. He's got one head sculpt on him, but he's also got this head sculpt here. Looks really nice. Nice skin tone. His dreads look awesome. Sculpted really nicely. You can see here there's an opening. So I believe if you want to use this head sculpt, you'll just have to take the dreads out from this head sculpt and plug it in. You'll have an unmasked Otho. You've got this other style helmet. So maybe this is more your style. And you can see where a faceplate would plug in. But this is a pretty cool design here. Nice silver. Got the gold. Pretty cool. That's it for his accessories. Now for Otho, this guy is a beast. You got a really nice helmet sculpt here. You can see all these little details in there. And you've got this articulating part here that gives you a lion's face. So it looks like it's roaring. Really cool. I love that, man. This is like a helmet that I would want. Something cool. But yeah, look at all that. Look at all that detail in there, the sculpting. All the way around. That alone is just like, man, I gotta get closer. Like, look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful? That is so cool. The dreads, the paint in the dreads look so good. The sculpt in it, really nice. You got this nice blue. Got his belt here. Swords. You got a silver armor with a bunch of gold highlights in there. On the elbows, you get the brown for the leather. And the belt, nice leather look. Soft goods are wired. It just feels really nice. Feels thick. Yeah, that's good. Even that neck guard, got a detail in there. So cool. For articulation, head is on that ball joint, but it does have a hinge, which is nice. I love that. I accidentally pulled that out, trying to articulate that, but see if I can loosen that. Just trying to loosen it. What you really want to do is run it under some warm water. At least that's my choice, which I'm going to do. I'll be right back. All right, so I heated it up with some water. Kind of try to free it up. It's still pretty stiff. The paint is pretty much fighting it, but it looks down about that far, so pretty good. Really nice. And then you can bring it back, and it's just so stiff that it wants to like pop out versus use that hinge that it has. Then I can apply some pressure, and it looks back about that far, which is pretty good. Then you've got, it rotates around, T-pose, no butterflies or anything like that. Single jointed elbows, but they move to about 90. So it's got a little past 90. So it's got that newer range of motion. So it goes just a little bit further. You get your rotation, everything like that. And you can see the arm comes across the body down to the center, which they didn't used to really do it like that. So I'm so glad they added the new range. You got a ball waist where you're going to get all of your ab type articulation. The clothes kind of get in the way a little bit, but not much. It allows you to move around. The clothes will move out the way. Looks good. That goes forward about that far. Not all the way forward. Goes back slightly past neutral. Goes back pretty good. Out to the side. Upper thigh cut. Single jointed knee. That bends really nice. You get your hinge, pivot, all that in the ankle. And you've got pretty good range of motion out of this guy. Not bad. They've gotten a lot better. As always, I'm going to want it to get even better, but this isn't bad. I love the newer stuff. Yeah, I almost got out of the line because of the articulation a little bit, but these have completely stopped me from doing that because it's definitely an upgrade, and I love these guys. I mean, these knights and all their figures using that newer stuff, mostly the knights. It's what I was after. So really cool. To get these other sculpts on. So here, I switched it out to the other head sculpt, and it doesn't have a port for the dreads. And I believe this is meant to be Otho when he is younger, so the dreads haven't gotten as far. But also, it could just be a like army builder. It could be anybody in there. Otho could have had his dreads back there. You can just play with your story. Um, and it's just somebody else under there. You get a couple of these guys, and then you have Otho with the other helmet that really distinguishes him from the rest of these blue shields. And it'd be pretty cool storytelling wise. And this part of the helmet comes off because it helps you with the faceplate stuff. And then you pull the faceplate out, put another faceplate in there, that sort of thing, and then put this back in to kind of cover it. So you could just have armor on display sort of thing. But we got one more head sculpt. We've got the non-helmet version. Let's see where you're supposed to port the hair in there. So yeah, he looks really cool. Maybe he's taking his other helmet off. Just gonna hold it. Maybe he just walks around like that all the time now. No more helmets. And he just looks so good. Looks so cool. Love that they came out with this line that gives everybody a chance to get such a important character to the story. But also just a really cool character. Even if you're not into the story or anything like that, it's just a really cool design. All right, so I switched out some of the parts for Otho. We've got the swords on him, we've got the shield, the axe, and one thing that I know is I have no idea where all of this stuff goes. the So he's got the belt that's going around the top, and then he's got this one here on the bottom. I don't know if the larger one goes on the on the bottom or if it goes up top. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's one of those things that are up to you. But he's holding this axe here. Beautiful axe. Got the shield. I love it. Looks good. Let's say he lets the shield go. Yeah, I think we can get a nice two-handed pose on the axe. Get that in there. So close. Just maneuver that just a little bit better. There we go. So both hands on the axe. Maybe you've got him raising it to block. Bring it down. That sort of thing. Maybe he lets this one go. And he swings it out wide. He is a absolute master at fighting. It's like, come at me. Maybe things are getting a little more intense. Drops the axe. Figure maybe he reaches this way to grab this sword. Reaches back, grabs his main one. And now you've got a wild Otho dual wielding. You gonna come at him? How cool is that? Looks really nice. Quick jabs. Heavier sword. Yeah, it looks cool. I got those shoulder pauldrons again on him. And of course, you can always mix and match, move everything around, do what you want to do, how you see fit. But I think you saw my flow right there of how I felt it was going to be used. I didn't put the other face plate in there. It's just empty, but just threw that on real quick. How cool does that look, though? Kind of wish there was a helmet like this without the spot for the dreads. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be just unique for him. You know what? I wonder if that will fit on there. Just so that you can maybe army build a couple of, well, but then you don't have the jaw on there, so that would look weird. Maybe. We'll give it a shot. We'll see. May not even work. Yeah. So that's not terrible, but you're missing the lower jaw. They had the rest of the faceplate right there that moved with it. It would kind of remind you of I can't remember her name, the one that has the golden mask. I'm sure somebody will put it in the comments or something like that, but yeah, it would be more similar to that. But yeah, so won't do that, but it would have been nice to have one like that so you can army build maybe a couple of these guys. But I guess it makes it more unique, the fact that you can't do that. While I got them like this, I'm gonna grab, let me see if I can grab like a random faceplate and see if it'll fit in there. All right, so here's Sir Aldrich's faceplate, and you can see it's a lot bigger than Otho's. So we got Otho's here, very small compared to Aldrich's, which is way more face showing. You can see the pegs are different, so it does not fit in there. I'm sure at some point there'll probably be some other faceplates that may fit into this style, or customizers may work on something that will do that. But at this point, I don't think there's anything else that's going to fit in there. We'll get this lion head back on there. Yeah. Such an awesome looking figure. This thing is so cool. Of course, he's the right hand to the king, so I will have him in my display next to Attila. Forget his brother. He abandoned everybody. He don't deserve nothing. I don't care. Sounds like story-wise, little brother stepped up, and I feel like I've seen that story before. Brother comes back. People want him on the throne. Things aren't going good. Something like that. Somehow, brother needs to get back on the throne. Wants to get on the throne. I don't know. But I say, forget that. Little brother stepped up, and from some of the stories, it sounds like he's doing a good job. People are with him. Let all the good things happen for him. He don't need to be dying, no sacrificing, no nothing. He needs to just beast mode with his hammer and everything. So yeah, I don't know. Story could get crazy. Who does he go with? So, but it sounds like he's gonna be loyal and keep his rule. This dude looks so awesome, man. This thing is so cool. I'm just sitting here messing with it, but I'm just like, wow, that looks amazing. And again, I wish this was closed off somehow so I could have some more, because having like a couple of these guys, like maybe three of them, maybe two of them, two more with him, like that'd be so awesome. Yeah, that's so cool. What's cool about this guy is at the time of this recording, you had to get him as a 2-pack. It's like a set. And I'll be reviewing the other figure here soon. And is Urzok. But at the time of this recording, there's a pre-order up now for so that you could pre-order the figure separately. So that's kind of why I really, really wanted to get this guy out there, or this review out there, because more people could see it and decide whether it's for them, that sort of thing. I'm always just trying to help out with that, deciding whether it's for you, passing on it, that sort of thing. But right now, you had to buy it as a set, which I was going to do anyways. I wanted both of them. But now you can pre order them individually. And maybe you want more of these guys. So definitely try to show as much of him as I can. You've got, for a comparison, got my Silver Knight. And let me grab another figure. All right, for a comparison, we've got Otho next to one of my newer favorite ones, the Silver Knight 2, which looks absolutely amazing. The silvers don't match. Silver Knight 2 is shinier than both Otho and Sir Aldrich, and I mean, he looks awesome. He's got my favorite helmet on, really nice plume. This is like, I mean, that pose, I love it. Looks so cool to me. Uh, yeah, pretty similar to this guy. I think everything might be similar to this guy except for the elbow area. You can see how that's a little different in the design. But I think everything else, oh, and the shoulder pauldrons, those are different also. And then little neck piece there. What else is different here? The waist, the belt there is a little different. So the legs, upper body, I believe, is the same. I can feel the same ridges as this guy. I don't know that though. I'm not going to take them completely apart, but there are other reviewers that do that, like Curtis Ackerman. But he'll blow this whole figure up, and um, you'll be able to see each individual part and see if it's something that you need, that sort of thing. Maybe if you're kit bashing. But yeah, looks great. Feels the same except for those little tiny differences. That elbow, that collar, that belt. Everything else feels very similar. Same thing with Aldrich, because him and Silver Knight are pretty much the same, except he's got more gold on him. This guy's different. Again, a shinier silver. These two have more of a matching gray silver. Both those knees have a little hint of, or have that gold in there, that joint. But yeah, really, really cool. At the time of this video, um, what is today? Today is like September 20th or 19th? Yeah, the 19th, September 19th, 2025. I believe the Otho is up for pre-order on Store Horseman. I think it goes to beginning of October. You have to check the site. I'll try to have this video up as soon as possible. That way, it can reach as many people as I can, so that you can try to plan to pre-order. Again, I had to get the 2-pack set, or a set. It was sold as a pair, him and Urzok, and I had to get it that way as an in stock. I wanted both of those figures anyway, but it also allowed me to get a chance to look at the figures and think about if I want more of them through this pre-order. And the cool thing about that is I'm looking at it so that y'all can look at it and decide whether you need to get on that pre-order and grab you one of them. either one Otho or one Urzok or both of them, one of each? Or do you want more of this guy, like I plan on doing, to build an army because he has great armor, accessories, the paint. Um, I got to figure out a way to build without this one. I'll probably end up trying to put maybe a helmet like this on there. Or really, you can mix and match anything and just figure out something for the plume. Maybe I got to paint the plume, find one that's already blue or something like that. Or, something like that. But this guy himself, I think he looks really cool. And again, I do plan on getting a couple more. I hope I showed you enough of him to help you decide whether it's for you, whether you want to pre-order one, wait till later, that sort of thing. Maybe you want one, maybe you're going to want a couple now. Who knows? I'm just trying to help you out in some way. As always, I try to help out, show you what you need to see to help you make your own decision. Me, myself, definitely need a couple more of this guy. The armor looks beautiful. The soft goods look really good. Again, wired. Comes with the great accessories. I love that axe. He hit that dual wielding or dual hand axe pose. Yeah, overall, really amazing figure. Great update to the original. I don't have the original, but I know what those originals were like. And this guy, amazing. Really, really cool. I like it a lot. So that's going to be it for this review. As always, I hope I helped you out in some way. And I will catch you in the next one. Later.